producing, editing, and everything just by myself. Hey, TikTok. Okay. Hi, TikTok. TikTok is busy blacking out on me, guys. We are clubby. Okay. Bam. There we go. Oh my god. Hi TikTok. Hi Facebook. Hi everybody. I trust you guys are good. And welcome again to our Friday sessions, our You Got This Dearest Mommy sessions. I don't know if I'm visible. Okay, I think I'm visible now everywhere. Facebook, TikTok. Guys, I have ditched Instagram because wow, but then Instagram is going to get the summaries, the shorts of what we did, right? So Instagram is still not missing out, so we're still fine, we're still good. Anyways, my people, welcome back to our Friday sessions, whereby we mentor mothers, women, girl, child, and society. Because remember, if and when you mentor a mother, it means you have mentored society as a whole, or society at large. Whatever you choose to. Hi, Tao. Hi. Thank you very much, Justin, for being here. Don't forget to tap the screen, whether you're on Facebook or on TikTok. Instagram, we're with you in solidarity there. And again, these sessions are mentoring sessions, whereby we mentor mothers, we mentor people from before being a mom into being a mom, how you can transit from not being a mom into being a mom, right? We carry you through, walk the journey with you, we handhold you through the journey, and also as a mom we handhold you through the motherhood journey. And today we are on week 11, talking bonding with your baby, attachment and trust, right? And also before we move any further, I have thousands and thousands of books. Kidding, but yeah, I have a few books in my name. One of them is Born into Change, which is the book that guides humanity from birth until death, right? Guiding you, telling you or helping you heal your inner childhood wounds or inner child wounds throughout the journey, right? So whether you're a baby, whether you're a child, a toddler, a teenager, a young adult, or an adult, and you're just trying to maneuver and understand life, this book will help you understand your emotions, maneuver your emotions, and just heal your inner child and understand the steps of life, and understand the next stage you are going into with regards to life. Yeah, so that book truly helps with life in general. You don't need to be a mom, you don't need to be an adult. Anybody from any race, any gender, any age is very much helped by this book. And also there's another book called The Benefits of Being a Woman, right? Because we live in a patriarchal society. As women, we don't even know our roles in society outside of being a mother, right? So this book guides you, it shows you your strong points, that as a woman you are, look at your power here, look at your power here, right? It's that kind of book. It's called The Benefits of Being a Woman. And then there's another book. It is called Unveiling the Confounding Path. Oh, that one is too deep. I don't even want to talk about it here, but it's just talking about the mysteries of life. But yeah, it's just that kind of book, etc., etc. If you're interested, just WhatsApp that number, and when you text that number on the screen, or on Facebook it's up there, on TikTok it's down there. When you text that number on the screen, WhatsApp that number, there will be a message that is sent to you, a welcome message, and that welcome message carries a link with it. The link will take you to the books, it will take you to courses and whatnot. So I got you, friend, I got you, mate. Right, so let's get on to it, right? Today we are on week 11 and we are talking bonding with your baby: attachment and trust, right? First of all, I want us to understand what bonding is, right? So it means that let's start by defining bonding. What is bonding, right? Bonding is the emotional connection between mother and baby in this instance, because we're talking about mother and child, right? So bonding is the emotional connection between mother and baby. And what is attachment? Attachment is the sense of safety and trust formed when needs are constantly met, right? So you feel safe, and you begin to trust because your needs are constantly met. There is consistency, therefore you begin to trust and feel safe. That's what attachment is. So attachment can go both ways. It can be the mother understanding the child, or the child understanding the mother. So when these two people understand each other, they then form attachment, right? And then what's the importance then? What's the importance of bonding and attachment and attaching? Number one, it fosters secure attachment styles. I think we know about the attachment styles. Yeah, if you're here, if you're on my channel, if you follow me, then it means that I have had so many sessions with you talking about mysteries of life, right? So you know about attachment styles. But if you do not know, or you are new to my channels, please go to YouTube, go to my profile, click on the link in bio, and then go to my YouTube channel. You'll see the same videos. I do address attachment styles, right? So the importance, thank you trusted, the importance of bonding and attachment. Number one, it ensures a secured attachment style, not an anxious attachment style, not a detached attachment style, but it's a secure attachment style. It breeds somebody, an individual, a citizen that is able to be secure in any form of relationship. That's the first reason why bonding is important. Bonding and attachment at an early age. Healthy bonding and attachment though. And then the second one is emotional regulation, right? A baby that is bonded healthily to its mom, or that is attached, that has a secure attachment style with the mom, will be able to adequately, efficiently, and effectively regulate their emotions, right? Unlike children who were not able to adequately bond and attach to their parents, they may be aggressive, right? Have emotional dysregulation, which may mean aggressiveness, numbness, and all of those adverse emotional expressions, right? So yes, it helps in emotional regulation and also resilience, right? Even at a younger age, at a wee age, right? This child would be able to overcome any challenges, be it they're playing outside or is stuck with something, right? This child will know that, oh, mom is nearby, or what would mommy say, right? So resilience is fostered when there is attachment, healthy attachment and bonding. And then another one is healthy relationships later in life. I think it goes hand in hand with the secure attachment style, because if a child is securely attached, the relationship they're having would be healthy. It won't be toxic, right? There'll be ease in communication, ease in emotional expression, ease in almost every aspect of life in line with the relationship, because the child attached securely in the start from the word go, right? So let's move on to how bonding happens, right? How do you bond with your baby? Number one, it's skin to skin contact. Ooh, I'm always advocating for skin to skin contact, guys. It's skin to skin contact. This calms the baby, regulates the baby's heart. It calms not just the baby, it calms mother and baby, because remember last week we spoke about co-sleeping, that in as much as separate sleeping is advised, Oh my god, who's requesting, guys? Today I'm not accepting guests. I love you though. I love you. I truly appreciate you. But today I'm not accepting guests. But do join me Monday to Thursday. We are there, okay? So today I'm just doing this presentation thing. Oh, Shem, thank you, Ned Fala. Thank you, Your Majesty, for your interest. Okay. Oh yes, I was saying that as we spoke last week about the fact that most researchers, they they push, yes, they push for sleeping on separate beds. However, however, I personally advise that you co-sleep, because co-sleeping makes you guys to co-regulate your auras, your nervous system. So when you are closer together, the nervous system on the quantum realm, they speak to each other. They're saying, I'm here, I love you, I'm here, you'll be okay, right? So they speak adequately. Imagine talking to somebody who is over the river and you are this side of the river, right? The communication, yes, it may be possible, but there's so much interference in between because you guys are too far apart, right? As compared to talking to somebody who's right here, the communication is effective and efficient, and there are no interferences. There's just no interference because you guys are close together. Likewise with mother and baby, when you guys are close together and there's nothing in between you guys, the communication is adequate. You can close each other's auras, because remember we spoke about this last week, that when you are a new mom or a newborn baby, your aura is still opened because you've just come back from the spiritual realm, right? You've just got here and everything is just in haywire, so your aura is open to anything, be it positive or negative. Uyahabula, right? So you're in that state. But when you guys come together, it's a form of grounding. You're grounding each other, saying our aura is closed, we are right here, right now, grounding here, we are present in this position, in this point in time, in this moment, right? So that's how skin to skin helps. It helps, it calms mother and child, it regulates the nervous system, regulates heartbeat, and regulates the baby's temperature, because remember, a newborn's temperature is still a bit tabby, right? So yes, the newborn's temperature is regulated by your temperature. Skin to skin, you are warm, so they draw in your warmth, right? So that's how skin to skin skin to skin happens, fostering bonding and attachment. Another way to bond and attach is through eye contact, right? The first one is skin to skin contact, and the second one is eye contact. You see that bonding is about contact. The second one is eye contact, right? Eye contact builds recognition and emotional synchron. When should they sleep in a different room? Age. Okay, let's get to that, because I don't think I addressed it last week, because we were talking about 0 to 12 months. But there will be a day whereby we are speaking about children above a year, but I think I'll edit there. But then I'll speak about it now just to summarize it. I was saying that it synchronizes, or it builds a recognition and emotional synchronicity, right? The eye contact. How does it build recognition? Remember, the baby doesn't know you, right? They just know your voice. They've never seen you as the mom, right? So if you do this eye contact thing and practice eye contact more regularly, right, the baby will recognize you, will know you better. So you are bonding, you are getting to know each other. Also, the mom is getting to know this new entity, this new soul, this stranger that she's just been blessed with, right? So eye contact builds recognition and emotional synchronicity, which means that when the mother is regulated and you are doing this eye contact thing, the baby will be indirectly regulated, because remember, the baby is sucking from the mom's aura. So if you do this eye contact thing, you are saying, I got you. And the baby is saying, thank you, got you too, right? And then to come to the part of when should a baby sleep in a separate bed. According to me, as I always say, this show is about me. Right? So you're listening to me. If you don't believe in it, hi, just and if you don't believe in it, you don't resonate with what I'm saying, it's fine. Go find your own truth. But if you do resonate with what I believe, then don't take my word for it. Don't take my word and run with it. No. Take what I've said, be happy that we resonate, but then further your own understanding, right? Sit with yourself and find your own personal understanding. So according to me, I feel like you should listen to your babies. Remember, well, on week 11 now, we've been speaking about these things. I've spoken about how to understand your baby without verbally communicating with them, right? So your instinct, your intuition will tell you when to do what. Because I may tell you that when the baby is 2 years old, I'm basing it in line with maybe my children, right? Maybe my children were ready at 2, right? Yes, skin to skin, net fala. So yes, maybe my baby's already at 2. Maybe yours will be ready at 3, or maybe yours will start pushing and kicking and rejecting you at 6 months, right? So there is no one size fits all, really. Just listen to your baby, listen to yourself, listen to the Bluetooth connection. What is the Bluetooth connection stable? Where is it lacking? How can we fix it, right? So yeah, I feel like just listen to your baby, follow the lead, the baby's lead, and follow your instincts and intuition. I feel like in line with parenting and the motherhood journey, if you listen to yourself more than you listen to unsolicited advice, I feel like you'll go further in life. And also with me, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to give you information. What you do with it is then up to you. But if you're going to take my word for it, oh, you will get lost, my child. You will get very, very lost, because my experience may not your own personal experience, right? We're all here to experience different things. So yes, I said it's skin to skin, it's eye contact, and it's voice and sound, right? Remember, your child, as a mom, they know your voice from the womb, right? So when you speak to them more, you sing to them more, they are comforted because they remember that, I know the sound. The sound will never leave nor forsake me, right? The baby knows that, oh my God, this person carried me through since, so they will not leave and forsake me now. So they feel calm that, oh, the person that I trust is nearby, right? So speak to the baby more, sing to the baby more, let the baby hear your voice more, and also make sure that the environment that you guys are in is always playing, let's call it soothing sound for now, because I feel, okay, I'll stop talking. They know Dad's voice too, or yes. Okay, this live session, Netfala, is mainly to mentor and guide mothers, right? For fathers, yes, it also includes them, but it includes them in a sense that they are here to learn the woman's journey and the motherhood journey, so they know better how to support their partners. So forgive me if I'm not including fathers, or I'm not talking more about men, but Friday's live sessions, they are solely focusing on women, right? I'm trying to mentor women, because the motherhood journey is an extremely confusing journey in this day and age, right? You are just given a baby and we're told to go ahead as if you were taught about this thing, right? So I'm here to guide and help women through the motherhood journey. But yeah, we appreciate fathers too. We love them and we appreciate their support. But this show is about mummies, okay? So yes, as I was saying, that make sure that the environment you guys are in is you're not playing music that is outside of the indigenous frequency, right? I don't want to go deeper into the hertz, like the type of, or the range of hertz in which the music is supposed to play, but make sure that it's grounding music, soothing, grounding music. The sound of your voice is, I recommend that, number one, the best, right? So it's the sound of your voice, and any rhythmic music like rain, river flowing, rhythmic and natural, right? Rain, river flowing, humming, drums, right? All of these rhythmic but natural sounds, right? So make sure that the environment you and the baby are in from 0 to 12 months, highly recommend that in that range, when the baby is still 0 to 12 months, make sure that their frequency, what they are hearing, what they are consuming, is not brutal to their nervous system, their health, and their cognitive processing, right? So make sure that, yeah, you're playing soothing music, natural music, and the environment is just peaceful and soothing, right? So yeah, that's my advice. And then another one is responsive care. Responsive care, responsive care, responsive care. This means meeting needs promptly. Make sure that when the baby needs something, you attend to them promptly. You attend to them on time, right? So don't wait for the baby to throw a tantrum before you attend to them. Don't wait for the baby to crack their skull before you attend to them. No, attend to them promptly, because this teaches the baby that the world is safe, right? But if you don't attend to the baby's needs promptly, it teaches the baby at an earlier stage that, oh, okay, so it means that my needs are not valid, my feelings are not valid, or I am not important, right? So the baby's nervous system is what is molded into believing that, oh, it's a dangerous place here, I'm not safe here, right? So this, how does this look like? This looks like when the baby is hungry, you feed the baby. You don't wait until it's the perfect time for you to feed the baby. Just feed the baby when the baby is hungry, right? And then also when the baby is sleepy, help the baby sleep. Last week we were talking about sleeping patterns and soothing techniques. Apply those, right, promptly. And also comfort the baby when the baby is going through a certain distress, right? You can never spoil a baby with love and presence. That's a misconception that I will forever bust to this day. You can never spoil a baby with love and presence. That's what makes the baby grow. It's what makes the baby get grounded in the physical. Love and presence is the bridge between the spiritual and the physical. It's what helps the baby to cross over efficiently and effectively into the physical realm and get grounded, right? So yes, comfort the baby, feed the baby on time, soothe the baby into sleep on time, right? So what are everyday practices that we can carry out in line with bonding and attaching with our babies? Okay, number one is wearing the baby. Oh, I really loved it. I really wanted to bring my my baby bag, baby sling, whatever I choose to call it. This thing I used to wear my baby. Oh, it was so beautiful. It was so nice. But maybe next year I think I'll bring a picture, because this course or program will go on yearly, right? So you wear the baby, right? Preferably when you leave, when you don't live with so many strangers in the house, you can be naked, right? Your torso, so that you can foster skin to skin, and then wear your baby on your skin like that. For me, this baby carrier thing, it used to help me even breastfeed adequately, because I'd wear him, both of them, and her, the first one, I'd wear them here and then just flick out a boob, and then they boob while fostering skin to skin, while feeding, while and fostering eye contact. So it's just a beautiful thing. So number one, it's wearing the baby using a very comfortable carrier, right? I will show you the one I've been using with my latest one. It was so amazing, right? That's the first one. And then the second one is feeding, right? Whether it's breast or bottle milk, hold the baby close and make eye contact, and also make sure that you are present, right? Because you may be making eye contact, but you're thinking about your bills. You may be making eye contact, but you're thinking about the next chore, right? Or you may not even be making eye contact watching your favorite television show, right? So no, don't do that. If they're still breastfeeding, hold your baby close. Sorry guys, there's something I want to see here. Okay. Just give me a few moments. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. There's something sorry guys, I'll be back. There's something that I want to add on with the feeding here. Patty cake, okay. Oh, touch based, okay. Eye contact, okay. 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 Okay, no, it makes sense. Okay, yes, I was still talking about feeding, right? That you should hold them close, make eye contact, and be present, right? Let's say you are about to feeding formula, instant formula feeding the baby. So even if it's instant formula, hold the baby closer to you, and maintain eye contact while feeding the baby, and be present. Don't think about your bills, don't think about your chores, don't watch your favorite television show. Focus on what you're doing while maintaining eye contact. It's the most beautiful thing once you start practicing it. Once you start practicing it, I kid you not. So try it out. It's truly amazing. That's if you are breastfeeding a baby 0 to 6 months. When you're feeding a baby 0 to 6 months, because those guys are still not solid feed or solid feeding yet, right? So from 6 months upwards, now those they are having solid food. So you sit facing the baby. Yes, look at each other, let them see your face, let them see your expression, that you're encouraging them, you're smiling, you're saying you got this, right? So look at each other, right? And it should be slow and attentive, so that you can understand that, okay, are they allergic to this meal? Okay, do they like it or don't they like it? Okay, are they full or they're still hungry, right? So be present. It should be an interactive feeding thing. You are reading the cues. Are they full? Are they curious? Are they overwhelmed by the meal, right? That's if they've started having solid foods. And also talk through the meal with the baby, right? Describe the textures you are having, right? Describe textures, colors, and tastes, right? You are having a sticky butternut, right? It is orange, as you can see. It tastes so sweet, right? And as you are looking at the baby, there you will also see the mouth movements, the smile, and all your expressions, right? So they also learn language while bonding. You are just hitting thousands of birds using one stone, right? So yes, also let the baby touch the food. Messy eating is a sensory learning, right? Touching food builds independence and confidence. So when the baby touches the food, they learn that, okay, this thing is bunchu bunchu. Okay, this is hard. Okay, so a bunchu bunchu thing will taste like this in my mouth, and mom is there to help me out. Or a hard thing will taste like this, will feel like this in my mouth, so I have to bite it like the right. It's a cognitive thing. It's also fostering independence with mom on the side. So they're exploring under a safe guidance. So you understand where we're going with this. So you understand these things, that when baby turns away, when they close their mouth, you'll be able to respect the baby, because now you'll understand whether the baby is full or the baby doesn't want the food or doesn't like the food, right? Because you are present, you are monitoring the situation, and it helps you guys bond. And bonding is not just emotional, what did I say? Emotional connection. Yes, it's not just emotional connection. Bonding is also knowing a person's likes and dislikes, and how they interact with things, and how they interact with the environment. Oh no, my baby doesn't like that. Oh no, my baby is happy when that is done. That's another symptom of a good bond, knowing your baby and your baby knowing you, right? And this can also be done through feeding, as we are talking about feeding right now, okay? Yes, sorry guys, I forgot to take down the notes here. Oh yes, and the physical closeness, just like we spoke about it, right? You are close to each other, which means you are regulating each other's nervous system. At the same time, you're able to communicate with each other without using words, because you guys are close to each other, right? So yeah. I think that's it for the feeding part. And then also do activities together. Activities like yoga and sound bathing together. Yoga stretches and removes excess energy, be it mother, child, father. Yoga is just a versatile activity. Anybody can do it, and it works for literally everybody, as long as you're on this three-dimensional realm and you have emotions, which is energy in motion. Yoga will help release excess and unwanted emotions from your body. So stretch with your baby, make it a ritual, an activity, right? And sound bathe, as I've said, use sounds that align with your indigenous frequency, right? Sound bathe with your babies while doing yoga, right? It's so beautiful. At the same time, play, make sure that you play gentle games with your baby that foster touch and brain development, right? Like pet a cake, baker's man. Make me a cake as fast as you can. Whip it and roll it and muck it with a bee and put it in the oven for baby and me, right? It's rhythmic, it's soothing, mother's voice, and it enforces touch, right? So this game is an all-in-one game, and also it helps in brain development, because the baby has to know the rhythm and the pattern and all that, right? So it's touch, brain development, soothing, bonding. So you're doing a lot of things in one, okay? And also this little piggy, while pulling their toes, this little piggy went to town, this little piggy, right? So play those games, they help. And also peekaboo, right? Peekaboo helps in brain development, that they understand that objects can appear and disappear, but disappearing of objects doesn't mean that they are gone. It means that they are just hidden temporarily. They can appear again. So it helps with brain development, and also it's funny, we are laughing, it's sensory, it's just uplifting the mood, right? So yeah, play games with your child. And then soothing, rock your child, cuddle with your child, gentle tapping and reassurance, gentle reassurance. Always talk to your child, speak with your child. Oh, hi, how are you doing there? How are you feeling today? Even if the baby is not speaking yet, even if they're not even bubbling yet, they're just looking at you. It's fine. It's fine. They're hearing what you're saying, and it enforces, what? I don't want to use enforced. Yes, it promotes gentle reassurance, right? Speak to the baby. This builds emotional security, and the baby knows that mom is here. So speak with the baby, speak life into the baby, manifest good things into the baby. Most people call this praying for the baby, whatever you choose to call it. But speak life with the baby. Your baby can hear you, your baby can understand you. Yes, they don't use language yet, but they do use emotional understanding. The energy that you are emitting while you are speaking, they can interpret that in their aura, in their electromagnetic field. They hear that, oh, okay, this person is speaking life into me. Oh, this person is speaking abundance unto my soul. Oh, right? So you are speaking life, and their nervous system is saying, I accept. Because in as much as you speak, your words are followed by an energetic charge. That's what the baby then interprets, right? So speak with your baby. Say a kind and gentle, reassuring words. They will grow into that. I kid you not, it's not magic. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science, it's just quantum physics, and it's real. Speak life to your babies and they will manifest what you said, exactly what you said, because remember, you are the mother and you are the one who is connected with the baby through the silver lining. So whatever you transmit to the baby, for you it travels faster, not even faster. It's always guaranteed that it will reach the baby and it will manifest into the baby. Another person may speak something into the baby and it may work, because Pela energy, emotional charge and energy does travel through a vacuum. It may, it's not 100%, it's not 100%, we are not, it will not 100%ly it may not 100%ly manifest, but it may. But with you, 100% guaranteed, this silver lining thing, it's a fast way of communication, right? So whatever you say, whatever the mother says, travels to the child guaranteed. That's why I always say that. I always say this. A mom is not supposed to be the chore person. It's not supposed to be the one doing the chores, cleaning the house, doing this and that. A mother is supposed to be focusing on reassuring the baby, on praying or manifesting things into the baby, because whatever the mother speaks unto the baby, it will surely manifest 100% of the time. So speak life unto your children, right? And also routine. Have a routine, okay? Have predictable times for every activity. That is playing, feeding, bedtime, right? It should be consistent. It should be a routine. It should be a ritual, like we spoke last time, that a routine is a ritual used to ground whatever is ritualization. All right, so if you do things at the same time every day, it will ground the baby and eliminate any chaos, right? Because chaos then creates confusion. So if the baby is grounded, the baby will then understand that, okay, at this time, right? So the baby settles faster on the physical realm, okay? Yes, now we are done with everyday activities. I think I've listed them all. And then challenges. Yes, challenges in bonding. Sound and touch games, heartbeat hug. Okay, oh, I've addressed this. Okay. Challenges in bonding. Let's speak about the challenges now, right? Number one is postpartum depression. I've been speaking about postpartum depression in literally every live session I've made. Literally each and every one of them I've been talking about postpartum depression. However, okay, let me do this. Let me do this. Yeah. Okay. Because I really hate speaking to myself. I've just realized recently that I hate speaking to myself. I don't know why, but it feels like I'm just speaking into a vacuum. So right now I can see that I have 0 viewers on TikTok and I'm not feeling good about that, right? I'm not liking it. I feel like I'm speaking to a vacuum and it's truly disempowering. So I don't like speaking to a vacuum. I don't like speaking into a void. I love it that when I speak, people listen, okay? So yeah, that's why I was sharing my live to a wider audience. So moving on to challenges in bonding, I've said that one is postpartum depression. I've been speaking about postpartum depression for the past 10 weeks. Today we are on week 11 and I'm still talking about postpartum depression. So don't worry though, postpartum depression will have just a week on its own whereby we are truly bisecting and dissecting it adequately from A to Z, whereby you understand it completely. But then today, since we're talking about bonding and attachment, it is a challenge. Bonding and attachment may be impeded by postpartum depression, because remember, you are just not doing good. You are feeling depressed. You are feeling blue 90% of the time during the day, and during the 10% you are not depressed. You are trying to find yourself as to who you are right now, right? So postpartum depression really can make you to not like your baby and not like motherhood, right? So bonding and attachment will be close to impossible. So that's number one challenge. And number two challenge is stress and fatigue, because we live in a world where the patriarchy and capitalism currently they are reigning supreme, right? You need food, right? And for you to have food you need money, right? And for you to have money you have to go out there and work in the capitalistic world, right? Which means that as a mom, most of the time you will be forced to go out there and leave your baby at home, right? So when you come back you are obviously tired, right? And truth be told, it stresses the chemical composition of a woman's body, right? Working a regular 9 to 5 thing, right? The woman's body is not meant to do a vigorous and regular thing. It goes in cycles. Sometimes you're truly empowered and you do this thing, yeah, I got this, and you're productive. For me, it's just only 1 week in a month. For me, that's just only 1 week in a month. So is pure. So a woman's body was not really meant for the rigorous 9 to 5. So truly, if you are going out there, obviously you are stressing your body as a woman, you are stressing the nervous system as a woman, and then you are coming back home, you are tired, stressed, and all that, and you will not have as for evil. That's what the capitalistic system and patriarchy calls it. I always address this as pure, that they call it laziness. They call rest laziness because they want to foster productivity. That's a capitalistic mindset you have there, my friend. So yeah, as I was saying, that you'll come back stressed and fatigued, therefore you will not have enough time to bond with your baby, as compared to somebody who is with their baby more time than not, right? Because don't worry, even if you can spend 1 minute with your baby and you know that you're investing your all in it, bonding will be guaranteed. However, as compared to the person who is invested more hours in the day into this child, will bond more than the one who goes out of the home to make money. The third one is, and the third challenge to bonding is pressure to bond immediately. Society always pressures women to bond with their babies immediately. How? Wena sona ubonda nomfana, sona understand, and sona uyakuhlula, right? Okay, sorry TikTok. Right, in one day, when now you understand the baby's cries, you understand the cues, this is what they want, in 1 day, that's impossible. But that's what society wants. They pressure you into bonding immediately, and that's impossible. So that's another challenge that may be found in bonding, because you then feel guilty that what's wrong with me, why am I not bonding with the baby? Maybe even a year elapses, you still don't know how your baby works, how your baby, functions, right? But then now you blame yourself. Oh, it must be something wrong with me. Oh, I must be a bad mother. No, bonding is not linear, and it's not one size fits all. Maybe I may bond with my baby within an hour. The next person may bond with their baby in a month, and maybe for you it may take maybe 2 years or more. So don't beat yourself up. As long as you're alive, there's still a chance, my child. There's still a chance. Number 5, building trust. How to build trust, because there is no bonding and attachment without trust. Trust is the foundation. So how do we build trust? Number 1, it's consistency. Ungabi mene. Namuhla you're in, the following day you're out. You're confusing the baby, therefore they won't trust you. They'll say, this person will right? So be consistent, right? How? By promptly responding to cries. When the baby is crying, respond promptly. Don't wait, be like, I am still busy. No, 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 no. When they cry, respond. Just like when you're in a 9-to-5 job, when your boss summons you, you stand up and go. How come you are too fast to stand up and go to your boss, but with your child you're not? No, no. Attend to cries promptly. Feed on demand. When the baby is hungry, feed the baby promptly. How now we are lampabo. No man kapat. Don't complain. The baby is hungry, feed the baby. That's just it. And you are creating consistency through that. Right? The baby will trust you that, oh, okay, when I'm hungry, my primary caregiver will come to me. Oh, when I'm crying, I'll be comforted. The world is safe. I trust this person. This person truly loves me, right? That's what is registering to the baby. You are building trust. And then gentle boundaries, right? Draw boundaries in a calm and predictable manner. Babies are old, guys, as I've said past few minutes, that when you speak to your baby, they understand you fully. They may not understand the words, but they understand the energetic frequency that is carried by the words you are speaking. So whatever you are saying, the baby can understand. Maybe not in your language, but in the energy that the language is carrying. So when you're saying, no, I don't appreciate that, the baby understands fully what you are saying, right? Thank you, Spirit. The baby understands fully what you're saying. So you can say that, thank you, Spirit, thank you, Your Majesty. So when you say that, okay, baby, when I'm bathing, you sit still. Here, don't bother me, right? And be consistent with that. Even if they can throw a tantrum, just tell them that, okay, I understand right now that you are very angry with me and you feel like I am not attending to you right now. However, I'm still bathing. I have taken care of you here. You are full, you are not thirsty, you are not wet, everything is taken care of. You are not sleepy, you've been comforted, all is well. So I understand that right now you just want my attention. However, can I just take a bath? I'll be done in less than 10 minutes. Yes, yeah, I don't want to lie. Yes, they may throw a tantrum, and yes, they may pretend as if they are not understanding what you're saying. However, just keep the communication line open, right? You are not ignoring the baby's cry in this instance. You are assuring them that your cry, your sadness is valid. However, I am not abandoning you. I'm just taking a bath. I will be done real soon. I love you right here. Right? So yes, draw boundaries gentle in a calm and predictable manner. I will say today when you are bathing, 1, 2, 3, when the baby cries, you're taking the baby into bathing with you, but the following day you're saying, no baby. Calm but predictable. Be consistent, right? I am saying this, but I am not a guru and I'm not perfect. Or I am on the other side of the spectrum. I am the kind of mom who just hates it when a baby cries. I am a very horrible person when it comes to that. I fail to throw boundaries when it comes to my children. And my nervous system has been extremely fried. I have 2 kids, and for the past 7 years, I have been burnt out because I didn't know how to draw boundaries with my babies. I am the kind of mom who would bath while murmuring a baby, while having a baby on my back, because I just don't want them to cry. I'd be the mom who takes a bath while opening the bathroom door so that I can hear them when they're in distress. So I'm the kind of mom who failed at this dismally. So I'm not here to say that I'm perfect. I am not here to teach what I practice. I'm just here to give out information which I believe is right. I'm not saying that I mastered it. No, I never mastered it. And even if I can have a 3rd child right now, I'm 100% sure that I can fail. But I know the information. I know what should be done, but I just can't execute. Right? But then if you can, then here's the information. Go ahead and run with it, right? So yes, and the last one is last one under building trust, as to how to build trust with your baby. The last one is shared presence, right? What does this mean? It means that undistracted attention, even short moments, can work wonders. Just like I said with the working moms, that in as much as you have to go out there to hustle and get resources for you and your baby, don't feel too guilty that it's what you are doing at the moment. You have to go out there and leave your baby at home. Don't feel too guilty, because even that short moment of undistracted presence can create a huge amount of bonding. So don't worry about that. As long as you have that short moment of undistracted presence, oh, you have made it. You have made it in life. So the shared presence can be your yoga and sound bathing, the ones I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Your yoga, play together, cuddle your baby, rock your baby, tap 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 your baby, be the one who feeds the baby for that 5 minutes in one day. A lot has been changed in the baby's perception in line with you as a mom, right? So don't be guilty. Do what you have to do, but remember, your primary job is this one. Okay, and then number 6, long-term results of lack of bonding and attachment. What happens if you lack bonding and attachment with your baby? Number 1, emotional impact. Okay, in fact, number 1, let's start with the one that everybody knows. Number 1, you guys may just be apart. Mangalo singabe sadliwa yini, asijwayelane sinani, right? Oh well, they never even come for home for Christmas. Oh, they just live so far away. They never even invite me to come into their home, right? So that's just the first one. I didn't include it here, but I feel like I should include it, right? So yes, number 1 is the fact that you guys will just be, yeah, distangled apart. You'll be just far apart, right? That's the first one. I mean, that's 0. Then 1, emotional impact, right? This may be a child that grows up with anxiety, insecurity, or difficulty regulating their emotions, right? And then social impact, this child will have fear of abandonment, right? So in relationships, they'll be clingy because they fear being abandoned. They feel like if somebody leaves, this person is now abandoning them. Just like when mommy used to just leave me and let me cry it out for hours. This person is doing the same too. They are going to the bathroom and leaving me alone in the sitting room. Well, they are abandoning me just like my mom did, right? That's how then the baby feels. So they'll have this fear of abandonment, and then they'll be clingy. Okay, so the third one is cognitive impact, right? There'll be delays in language, right? Because the baby, just like I said, that when you are feeding the baby, especially, why is your bib gray? Well, just like I said, that when you're feeding the baby, make sure that you hold them close and you make this eye contact thing, right? Whether you're bottle feeding or breastfeeding, and then you speak to them. Is it nice? Are you enjoying it, right? So the baby sees your lips and the words that are coming out of your mouth. They learn language through that. And also when the baby is is now having solid foods, as you are sitting face to face with the baby, you're telling the baby it's a squishy butternut, it is orange and it's sweet, right? Your baby and now it sees the movement of your lips and the words coming out of your lips. Therefore, they can formulate, they can put together the lip movement and the sound and formulate language quicker than a baby who is not spoken to or who is not given enough attention, right? So a baby who is not given enough attention, lacks bonding and attachment, can lead to delays in language, difficulties in learning, because learning requires security as a secure base. I want to make this example. Do you know that a child who is emotionally abused at home or physically abused or whatever form of abuse, they have difficulties in learning, even if they can be the most brilliant person or intelligent person in the world who can easily grasp any concept and may cram the concept and regurgitate it with the quickness, even if they're that kind of person. But the fact that there is abuse at home, difficulties in learning, they will not understand anything that is going on just because there is that shaky foundation called security. A hungry child will have difficulties in learning because there is lacking that security, right? So also the bonding and attachment is that basis, is that foundation that is needed for a child to grow and learn, be it at school, be it in the environment, be it socially or otherwise. If you need a new form of knowledge, you should have this foundation, this basis of life called bonding and attachment. It's like somehow in the quantum realm, it's like saying that as much as I am moving up the ladder, I am learning new things in life, I'm exploring the world, I'm understanding new things. But if anything happens, I have somewhere to fall back. It's like the body is saying that. So when you have nowhere to fall back on, you are not curious to learn about any other thing out there, because you know that if I hit a brick or I hit a wall somewhere, where will I fall onto? So you are holding on to any form of anything here just to create your foundation so that you can move on with your cognitive growth, right? But if there is nothing you can put on as a foundation, then you will have learning difficulties due to lack of a secure base. Another one is a behavioral impact. Yes, there is risk of aggression, withdrawal, or attention-seeking tendencies. Yes, your baby may be an attention seeker because they've never had enough attention. So now they're doing all of these weird things, right, in line with social morality. Maybe they are walking around topless or around in their bikini. You see that in today's age, it's normalized to see somebody wearing a bikini in public, not even at the beach, just at a club. It's normalized, it's normal. Why? Because now we have brought up a generation of people without a home. By a home, I mean a place where they have bonded and attached. They don't have this base I was talking about. Therefore, they're just being promiscuous, right? They want attention out there because they don't have it anywhere else, right? So yes, and also aggression, risk of aggression. That's why now robbery and all of these, the unalivings, pew of people, right? It's now normalized because we have raised a generation of people without a background, right? So yes, there is aggression, there is withdrawal. People are so detached and dissociated from reality. Therefore, they just don't care. A person can now unalive you without even having a guilty conscience, right? A person can rape you right now without being guilty. A person goes around butt naked without being guilty, because we've normalized all of these things. Why are they normalized? Because as a society, we've brought up a generation of people who lack attachment and bonding from home, right? Exactly. And then the last one is generational impact. Patterns of weird attachment styles keep on appearing across generations until they are addressed, right? So yes, you will keep on having people who are aggressive. A person who is aggressive and doesn't acknowledge or is not conscious and aware of this aggression, this person will be aggressive to their child or to their children, and the children will understand and absorb aggression. And if they are also not conscious and aware to break the cycle, they will pass it on to their children and their children, right, etc., 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 until it only takes one person All it takes one, it's not even, it doesn't even need to be generational, that okay, this one started it, therefore this is the second step, just like old man. It's this, the emotional healing and bonding is not like old man, it's easy peasy. Just that one person can break the aggression and the next generation is 100% emotionally regulated. That's it, right? So yes, and that's it for today. Yeah, and now let's do some ads. Also remember that most of the time you are not able to bond or attach because of internal issues, right? For me, it's something that has been extremely generational. It's been moving from generation to generation to generation. It's a nervous system issue whereby everything makes you apprehensive. A child makes you apprehensive. Life makes you apprehensive, right? Even my mom was like that, my grandmother was like that, and my great grandmother was like that. So it's a generational thing. We can even label it in today's day and age and say that we have an anxiety disorder, right? It's a nervous system issue. And even if me as a mom, I am an anxious parent. I parent under so much anxiety, right? The baby, as I've said, you heard me when I said that I would literally bath with my baby on my back because the baby's cry would trigger something so deep-seated in me, something I cannot pinpoint, something I just can't put a finger on, right? So it would trigger that. So other than dealing with that, I'd rather put the baby on my back, right? So as I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is I have done so much work for me to be a present, conscious, and aware mother. It took so much coming from an anxiety attacked family, right? So yes, it just took me to be conscious enough to be like, you know what, I'm going to be present. I'm going to put my anxiety at bay. I will contain it, try to understand its root cause, try to know what it wants, and heal it in this container. However, this activity will not then take me away from being a mother. I had to be conscious. However, the previous generation would then focus on this anxiety and just cocoon themselves. You'd find them, they're almost crying, they're always crying, they're always miserable, and their energy, you can just feel that this person is miserable, right? The previous generation was like that, including my mom, right? I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all because I understand. Currently, I'm a mom now. I understand what was happening with her. I understand what she was going through. And she didn't have enough resources to understand or name what was going through. At least in my generation, we can now name it and call it anxiety disorder. There's your therapists, there's Google now, there are communities. Back in the day, my mom would just go like, okay, I can't deal with this, I would cocoon myself. I can't deal with this, I will just shout at everything and everyone. I can't deal with this, I will cry, right? So you would absorb this as a child, especially an empathic child, right? So yes, it took a lot of work for just me as this generation to be aware of it and say that, okay, this is an anxiety disorder. I will contain it here. It will not take me away from being a mom. I'm not saying it was easy. I'm not saying it's possible. It's the most hardest thing anyone could ever do in this lifetime, outside of being a mom. It's the most hardest thing. It's, in fact, it's close to impossible, right? But then you have to be conscious, aware, and disciplined enough to be strong and fight this thing, right? Not fight it in that masculine, aggressive manner, but just to keep it at bay so that you understand it in its corner and it doesn't interfere with motherhood, right? So sometimes it's those things. However, in my research, in my journey towards understanding this thing of mental health and nervous system and chemical disorders, I then understood that there are natural herbs, there are natural concoctions made from nature's resources, your plants, your soil, right, your animal waste, and all of those things, which are then combined to regulate your body. You regulate your body from head to toe, from the sorry guys, my phone thinks that I was summoning it, right? From the aura to the quantum field to the nervous system to the circulatory system, holistically, these teas or concoctions or whatever you choose to call it, when taken, they heal you, right? They tame whatever you are going through, and sometimes if you're consistent enough, they may heal you. And if you're interested in finding out more about these teas, WhatsApp that number and we'll take it from there. So worry not. Anyways, we are live every Friday 1 p.m. South African Standard Time, addressing the motherhood journey, and we are live every Monday on TikTok only, whereby we are learning about the secrets of life, the systems that govern life, and how to tackle them step by step. And then Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we are deconstructing misconceptions, right? And then Thursdays, it's story time. I just tell you about myself, my wins, the challenges I went through in the midst of the week, and all of those things. It's just story time on Thursday, and we are addressing everything in Siswati. Yes, Thursdays is Siswati Day. But anyways, from me, I feel like that's it for today, unless you guys have any questions. But then if you don't, thank you guys for being there. I truly appreciate you. Let's summarize. Let's summarize today's session. Okay, let's do it. So today was week 11, and we were talking bonding with your baby, attachment and trust. The session theme summary reads: this week centered on building emotional connection through presence, touch, and responsiveness. Bonding isn't a checklist, it's a rhythm of trust. Your baby learns safety through your gaze, your voice, your heartbeat. Every moment of attunement lays the foundation for lifelong emotional security. Except from born into change is attachment is the architect of trust. We're going to take it from chapter 2, childhood and identity formation. 1.1, the first sense of I, early consciousness and self-recognition. It reads: long before language, logic, or societal conditioning, a child begins forming their first sense of self. The realization that they are separate from everything around them. This emergence is subtle at first, shaped by sensations, emotions, and the subconscious absorption of their environment. Wow. Okay. Yeah, boy. So, what's the quote for today? Our quote for today reads: bonding begins not with doing, but with being. That was powerful. That was powerful. Anyway, from me, guys, I am Beacon of Light, the luminary of holistic empowerment. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Facebook. Bye, TikTok.